Hey guys, I'm so excited to be doing this video today because I have been waiting months to try Glossier's skin tint because they've been sold out, but I've been interested in this brand for over a year, so I'm so happy that I'm finally doing this video. And along with the skin tint, I'm going to show you how the Glossier concealer, their stretch concealer, wears on my skin. I think today is a perfect day for me to show you how these products work on my skin because my skin's not terrible, but it's definitely not great. And I feel like almost every tutorial or demo that I've seen for the for the Glossier skin tint, people usually have really nice skin. And because this isn't a foundation, or that's at least not how Glossier markets it, it's just a tint. And so I would really like to show you guys the coverage that this offers. Yeah, as you can see, hyperpigmentation. I have like 2 pimples on my chin right now. Nope, 3. Found another one. And yeah, just redness. I thought this was a mosquito bite, but I'm not sure what that is. This is what the skin tint will look like on someone who doesn't have perfect skin. I've been using this for a little less than a week now since I've gotten it. I think that looks about right. I was actually surprised by the consistency. I thought it would be way more sheer, probably because a lot of the reviews I was looking into, they did a good job of like giving you a heads up that, hey, if you want coverage, like this is not the product for you. But I think as I'm getting older too, I am embracing more of a lighter base and then just going into splotchy areas with concealer instead of using a full coverage foundation all around. And I'm sure some of you guys are probably going to be curious with how this compares to my normal or regular foundation, which is the Beauty Counter Tint Skin. I really love this for the same reason, in that it gives a very natural but lightweight coverage. I would say the Glossier does the same, except I think this one has more of a less dewy finish, which I actually kind of prefer right now because it's so humid out, and the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint has a very dewy finish. And I'm assuming that you guys watched my last makeup tutorial that I posted last week, which was my everyday makeup tutorial. And that's where I used the Beauty Counter Tint Skin. And I've mentioned how I don't like to set my entire face with powder, just because I don't like that full-on matte look. So I only go in with powder on like my T-zone. Well, even when I go in with powder with the Glossier skin tint, I will still be very dewy in a few hours. I don't know if Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint is my favorite thing to wear in the summer because it's so dewy, but then I really like how lightweight it is. Yeah, I'd say that's like off the bat the pro and con. So my cheeks have been a bit dry the past few days, and I can already see that it's accentuated dry flakes here. That's one thing to keep in mind if you guys do have dry skin. You probably want to moisturize that really well or exfoliate before applying this product. And I'm sure you can already tell on camera that it doesn't offer the most coverage, but it really does give you kind of like a softer blurred look, but you can clearly still see the imperfections underneath. Done with this, and I'm gonna go in with the stretch concealer. Okay, I don't like that this is in pot form because it just feels kind of unhygienic. Just like my RMS Living Luminizer that I'll also be using today, I don't like that it's in this packaging because I'm, dipping my fingers in it over and over again. I would much rather have something with a doe foot applicator. This concealer, compared to my current favorite concealer, which is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, this one is way more creamy and sheer. So I think this also definitely adds to the dewy look. I know Glossier also recommends using your fingers with their products, but I've tried that and I don't really like it. I feel like the Beauty Blender does a much better job of making it go or appear seamless on my skin. If I had more breakouts, I don't think I'd like this. Based on the current condition of my skin, I'm okay with this amount of coverage because it's light. So Glossier does mention that you can layer this concealer on because it is supposed to like offer more coverage with more layers and be able to like move with your skin. Hence the name Stretch Concealer. I personally don't like to layer it on because it moves. And so if I can get away with 1, maybe 2 layers, that's probably the farthest I would go, just my personal preference. Do you guys see how dewy that looks? And I don't know if you can see the dry skin flakes on my cheeks right now, but that's just my skin. I'm not faulting this product. Time management is not my friend today. I have a doctor's appointment and I'm late, so I'm really sorry for being barbaric, but I'm also gonna eat breakfast while I do this. So I don't know if I mentioned this, but I really like Glossier as a brand, and it's definitely one of the top 5 brands that I would love to work with. And the reason is because I just really like how minimal their whole brand is. Oh my gosh, this is not sitting well on top of my dry skin. No. Just realized I totally effed up the order in which I usually do things, because I would set my face first before going in with my bronzer. Back to Glossier. I really like how minimal and simple their products are, and they do such a good job marketing, because I really feel like if I just had everything that they sell, then my set would be complete. So their marketing is excellent. And I think the girls that they choose to work with, well, the large majority of them are girls that like I love on YouTube, like Chelsea Wears, Christine, Rachel. They've all done sponsored videos with Glossier, and I already love them. So I think it just makes so much sense in my head that they would partner with those girls. I hope this video doesn't make you anxious. This morning I was really prioritizing getting back to comments, and I spent much more time than I planned to on them, which is why I am rushing right now. And if you guys were physically in front of me, I wouldn't talk with my mouth full. So I'm sorry that I'm doing that right now. But we have this screen barrier, you know, so I won't be like spitting food on you. I'm using the same base that I used in my everyday makeup tutorial, which is Heaven. I think I called it Day in that last one, because if you look on the sides here, they have different looks. So this is the day look, the classic look, and the fashion look. But when I used this eyeshadow last time, I called it Day, but it's not, it's Heaven. I usually keep my eyes very simple, and I use pretty much the same colors, and I have just 2 variations of eyeshadow that I do. So since I showed you this, and this last time, I'm gonna wear the other eye look that I go for. After Heaven, I'm gonna put on some Lace Teddy on top. That's just that light pink shade. And then strapless. Maybe I used strapless last time. Strapless is my favorite one in this entire palette. And I'm just gonna put that everywhere. And then I'm gonna take some Sexpresso and just put it in the outer corners. You know, sometimes I really question why I do all this because of my monolids. So after I open my eyes, can't really see much, but I think I enjoy the process. So as I'm curling my lashes, I'm looking at my skin, and it's a little bit less dewy than when I first put it on. So now I feel like it's mixing with the natural oils on my face. It definitely looks a little bit more settled, and I like that. Doesn't feel like I have a shiny sheen just sitting on top of my face. You know what I also like about putting in that dark color towards the outer corners of my eyes? When I apply mascara and I happen to get some on my eyelids, it's a little bit more forgiving. Because if I just had a lighter wash of color underneath, you probably see how sloppy it looks. And I just go and like cover my mistakes. Yeah, and then it's like it never happened. There we go. I'm glad we found a purpose for that. Blend this sucker out. And dusting off the translucent powder. Breakfast. I still haven't taken my Schumacher hard formula to the department store to sharpen it, and it's so annoying. I know Brandon was like, that's lame. Why do you have to like take it like once a month to get it sharpened? Well, it's because it looks like this. And I've seen other people on YouTube use this, like I think mainly in the States, because I don't know if I've seen too many Schumacher counters in the States, but I've seen them just sharpen it and use it like a regular eyebrow pencil. But I like to think that there's a reason that this was designed this way, so I want to, you know, keep it true to the design. So when I do take it to a Schumacher counter, I don't know, I usually go in and then they offer me tea, and I just sit there and drink my tea, and the girl like takes it back somewhere and she sharpens it like with a blade, and then it's beautiful when it comes out. So because it's not sharpened and you can see the wood like peeking up like this is the part that kind of like hurts when I use it on my brows when it's unsharpened. So I'm gonna skip that. I'm just gonna use what I have, and I'm just gonna go in with Sexpresso, I guess, and just fill in my brows a little bit. That looks good enough, right? Glossier Boy Brow Time, and I just brush up the front hairs, brush down the back hairs. Highlighter, RMS Living Luminizer. You know, I honestly can skip this step with the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint because I'm already pretty dewy. I'm gonna just apply a little bit less than I normally do when I use this along with my beauty counter tint skin. Tint skin, skin tint. That's really confusing. Beauty counter tint skin, Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint. I hope I didn't mix up those names earlier. I'm in the mood for something light, so let's go with Dior Lip Glow. I have this in the coral color, and I am just doing that because this one's almost done. I love it. I'm thinking of making a video about like my staple lip products, and I feel like most of you guys can already guess what's in my collection. I have a very small collection, but yeah, let me know below if you would be interested in seeing that. I almost feel like it's kind of redundant because I've shown you all my lip products in my capsule makeup collection, but let me know. I didn't get to finish this, but I gotta go. Fertility awaits. I'm going to the fertility doctor, by the way. They're checking to see if I'm ovulating soon. I think I'm just being way too unguarded in today's video. I'm talking with my mouth full, talking to you about my ovulation. This is my final look. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.